Hey community, I never thought that I'd actually be talking about a hockey game, to be honest with you. So NHL 14 released basically a trailer today showing that they are bringing out NHL 94 anniversary mode in NHL 14. Now, this is not a complete oh my god, this is a complete ROM of the original game. They did that in '06 on NHL 06. This is actually more than that. This is actually all the hockey players from 1994, which because they're retired players and the way the NHL rules worked out, they actually had to go out and individually get a contract with every single retired player, which they did. Of course, including Jeremy Roenick, which is considered like the Bo Jackson of the game, right? The overpowered player in the game. But they've also made some changes where basically there's over-the-top hits and there's big-time fights and there's no rules. So there's no icing and that other stuff. So if you like that kind of stuff, and more importantly, it has a multiplayer offline mode. So like the old school feel where you're sitting down with your couch playing with your buddies. Because wasn't that the best part of the old school sport games? Was that you sat down and you played with your buddies on the couch, and it was an arcade game, so you didn't have to know every rule of the game. You didn't have to know every line shift or anything else that you have to know now. It was, one of the problems we can argue about sport games today is it cuts out anybody from just picking it up and playing, that there's a lot of rules that you have to learn to play a sports game. One of the reasons why the old school sport games are so loved is because the rules were basic. The gameplay was basic. Anybody could pick it up and play it and have fun. And this could be argued with NASCAR games being so technical, and football games and baseball games. This is just simple, fun sport game that you can play by yourself or play by your friends. Now, one of the things they did point out to people was there is no blood in the game. Okay, this has an EO rating, so there will be no blood in this game. But it's like an overtop blitz version of hockey, I guess you could kind of say. I'll link to the article where you can actually click and watch the trailer. But to me, it's cool that it's been 20 years and they're acknowledging NHL 94. A lot of people have memories of that game. Listen, up till the very early 2000s, I absolutely loved all sport games because they were basic, they were simple, and they were fun, right? Anybody could sit down and play it. And now they're overcoming it. It's glad they're looking into the past and they're having fun with it. That's the most important thing, right? You want to have fun with sport games. You don't want it to be always serious. So what do you think about the fact that they're not just putting the ramen, but they're doing more than that, and they're doing the NHL 94 anniversary mode and have all the players from 94 in it and played hockey that retired back then. And what were your memories in NHL 94? Did you sit down next and play with your buddy? Do you have any memories of some tough games or close games you guys played? Love to hear that in the comments below, guys. I'll talk to you again for another video.